Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Minecraft build of the Quest for Glory 1 EGA series. Sorry, it's been a while, but I've had a lot going on. Phase 2 of the Burning Crusade Classic just came out, so gearing up for that. So like a good guild leader, I put myself on hold to get that done. But I appreciate you back. I appreciate you watching. Now let's get back to the build. We left off with the bakery. So now we have to do the butcher shop, which is going to be a light blue build. Again, we're going to try to stick to the aesthetics the best that we can. And again, we're just doing kind of the outsides of buildings for now. We will eventually get into the innards. A little bit more detail, like the floors and stuff. I have some furniture in some of them already, but the floors are still grass, but we'll get to that. This is a nice light blue, so I think we can go with that. And then let's see. We didn't really get into the decoration so much with the blues and stuff on the outside of there. Let me see how we've done this so far. Maybe we'll come back, touch up these outsides, make them look a little bit more detailed. I think that's the only building that we worried about the outside color with. And these two. Still, I think those look pretty good. I gotta run around the other side. We'll just fall over here. Alright, so got some light blue. These are technically at an angle, because like I said, this is supposed to be technically a kind of like an oval kind of type place, but we're building it in a square because I've done too much to adjust it now. Naughty me. So this comes off a couple of steps here. About one past the doorway here. Or the little pad in front, I should say, that we haven't gotten to yet. So that'll be good for the outside of the building. And then we got our window here. And then we've got the door right next to the window. So we're probably just going to put a glass block in there like we have been doing. Surprised actually I don't have any glass on my bar still. So we've been going with that dark blue. We'll get rid of the countertops here. Alright, so we'll put that there. Oop, wrong one. Oop, wrong one. Sorry, I'm a little clunky. Again, it's been a while. So the door. Before we put the door, we'll put the other side of the building here, so. And we got a blue door for that, so let's see if we can find ourselves a blue door. There we go. Put that blue door there. So this place is a relatively small place too. It's got an upstairs too, so we're probably gonna have to build it out a little bit wide, kind of like we did here. We've got our window, we got our door, got the other side of the door here. We'll go ahead and build this back here a little bit. I forgot for a minute. I thought those were doors. Silly me. Okay, so we got that part done. Like I said, it's 3 and then a ceiling, so we're just gonna go ahead and finish this off here. Obviously, might have to make it a little bit bigger or whatnot. We have to. But for the first floor, anyway. 3 in the ceiling. Okay. Okay, let's do another side. I'm gonna try to break this off a little bit. Hey, that almost looked like a pro job there for a minute. Okay, so I think we're good. Yeah, looks good, looks good. Okay, let's put a ceiling on here. So 1, 2, 3, ceiling. We have to do one bad thing. On Facebook, we have, or I created a group, and it is currently named Sierra Streamers. I highly recommend you join it if you like to see old Sierra content that is streamed, kind of like what I'm doing now. But I would also say that if you're a content creator, it's a good place to get your stuff out. I am seriously considering and probably will change the name of it. It's something like Retro Streamers or something like that. That way we can get more people, old people like us, to get in there and get their content done, because not everybody plays Quest for Glory, but we all have a passion for the old Windows and the old DOS games and stuff like that. So come join us. You can join anytime you want. I am currently posting in there that I am live because I forgot to do so. So give me just a minute. All right, I posted it in there, so hopefully we can get some attention to that, because that would be really nice. I'd love to have people to talk to while I do this. Give me pointers, insights, thoughts, ideas. Because again, I'm just kind of like winging it. Not really a big Minecraft player, never have been, just kind of got into it because I thought that it would be an interesting idea. All right, I really actually don't think we're gonna need much more room than this, to be honest. We just gotta find a way to get some stairs in here for I think that might work. To get some stairs in here for us to make an upstairs bedroom for the butcher. Well, we're going to stick with the blue aesthetic here. And we're going to go with blue steps. There we go. Now we're upstairs, and then we'll finish this off 1, 2, 3, roof. And also, if you get on like any of the streaming services and you're watching and I do not respond to you or see you immediately, just put your message up. I will look up eventually and I will respond. Please don't take it as I'm ignoring you. But when I get concentrating, sometimes I don't pay attention like I should. Alright, so let's keep this going. Oop. Falling down the stairs. The other reason behind that Facebook group is I know me for a fact. I had to have been annoying a lot of the Sierra groups and stuff by posting about my streams. When it's just fan appreciation, not everybody wants to see it. Especially since we got some hardcore, like, no AI guys, and I just play around to have content and to have fun. I don't really care if you use AI or not, and I didn't appreciate some of the comments I was getting, so I moved on from that, created my own group, and there is no hate here. You content however you content. Alrighty. So there's a double window in the game. So we'll put the double window just like that. We'll put that. I wonder how that looks outside. Don't look bad. Alright. So now we got the butcher's place. I'm going to put a final wall back here because, like I said, I don't think we're going to need more than this. Because it's not a bakery, it's a butchery where you can get your cut meats. So they're not going to need an oven, they're not going to need tons of like table space and whatnot. They're going to need a counter and a place to butcher. And that's pretty much about it. And then we got our upstairs for the bedroom. So, what were we doing for tables? Because again, it's a little weird because, yeah, okay. So we'll just do blocks for tables. That works for me. Because it's a little awkward. Just because of the size of the tables or size of the character versus the tables. I mean, everything's kind of exaggerated anyway, but smooth stone, I think that's a good choice for, well, no, it'd probably be wood because we're cutting on wood, right? Wooden chopping blocks, butcher blocks, usually wood. So we don't want grooves in it. Is it kind of like a polished version? Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's look for planks. Smooth stone, sandstone. We're not going to be cutting on sandstone. Alright, so I think we're just going to go with the wood, like, maybe the stripped oak. Alright, so let's see how that looks. Yeah, I could see that. Alright. Alright, so we walk in the door. We only need a few feet. And then we got our little counter here. And then back here we got our little butcher's blocks here. And then I wonder, can we toss we'll even do rotten flesh, I don't care. Alright, can we toss some rotten flesh down? No? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let me take a look at something real quick. Okay, kind of what I thought. All right. So we're going to get several of these. And we are going to put these down here. All right, and then we'll put some meat in them. And then what do we got for weapons? Closest thing to a cleaver I think we're gonna get. I don't think we need that anymore. I'll put, yeah, there you go. So then we got our meat. Places like that. Sweet. All right, so we got some meat. That's good. And then upstairs, we're gonna go with a kind of a different blue here, but we'll put some blue bed here, and then we'll put an armor rack for when he wants to get dressed and whatnot. So we'll put that there. Put the item rack right there. And then, so what we were doing, glass. So we were doing the dark tinted glass for mirrors. So go ahead and knock those out. And do that. That could be his mirror. All right, and then, oh, he needs a ceiling. I forgot to put a roof on his bedroom. Shame on me. Tisk tisk. All right, so we got that done. Let's see, we've been doing lanterns for lighting, so we'll continue to do that. Go ahead and give a regular lantern here. Okay, so we'll put one here. One over there. And then we'll do one right there. Get rid of these guys. All right. so we got our butcher shop. Pretty simple. Again, we didn't go like crazy with graphics or anything on the outsides and whatnot. We went pretty basic, but that's okay. Again, this is one of those things where I'm just framing out the city. Once I get the city done, town. Once I get the town done, we can come back and we can do a little bit more individualizing with the different buildings. But for right now, that is good enough. I'm waiting for my screenshot to load back up here. Okay. So we got that, and then right next to it, we have our alley, which has a blue archway, same color as the building here. So 1, 2, 3, and then the archway here. And then this is where the front of the bar starts here. So we're gonna go with a kind of a purple look. Kind of a pinky purple. I think this will probably work fine. Yeah, we like it to be smoothie, so we'll go with the hempane. Alright, so put that there. And then hang on a second. I gotta change this sound. This sound is insane. Alright, I did not realize how loud that sound was. And it started to overpower the music I'm streaming through TikTok. Mind you, any service you're on, I am on another service as well, and if you got more stuff you want to see from me, please go visit those sites. I'd be more than happy to have you, as per usual. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and build over into the bar here. So door, come down. Alright, so that's that. Let's see what's on the door here. Just kind of a graphic. So we'll leave that graphic alone. But there's nothing above it. And then the bar stuff goes higher than it. By at least a window here, so. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, floor. And then the window. And then the ceiling. Okay, so here's our alleyway, and then from the outside it's kind of dim, so we're gonna go with the darker block. So gray. See, we'll go with these. Let's see. Polished tough. Wonder if this will work. Yeah, sure. Alright, and then this alley is as tall as that building is. Okay, so I feel like the alley's a little bit wider than that, but I think I'm okay with this because it is a tight alley. Kind of want to move it over one. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna move it over one. So let's set it here. Because I feel that's too small to have stands sit there and then us be able to walk by them and have barrels of crates and whatnot in it. Alright, so this will be the wall instead. This will give Sam a place to sit and for us to walk by him and whatnot, for the thieves to stand. Alright, and then this is as tall as this building is. So we're good there. Although from the outside it's purple, so. Alright, so. Purple, 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 purple. Alright, then we'll go back to this. Alrighty. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I think we'll just shut off this right here. Sweet. All right. Just be careful we don't go to sleep out here. We don't want that night gaunt to get us. Oh, I'm stupid. It's an alley. It doesn't have a ceiling. It only goes as far back as the wall. Okay. Sweet. Alright, so we got that, and then we need the the blue brick. Alright. There we go. There's our alleyway. And again, we'll get into details of the alleyway once we get to it. Alright, so we got that. And then we got a doorway. Doorway is the plain old brown door. What just happened? Having some technical difficulties, sorry. Hang on. There it is. Okay. So we got a door. Put that right there. And right over the top of the door, we have windows. All right. And then from there, you see some gray building. I shouldn't have gotten rid of that gray I was using. I believe I was using polished tough. Alright, so this is all you see from here is you see this kind of, not that, this. Okay, so we are now inside of the tavern. So now I gotta pull up a screenshot of the tavern. Now, mind you guys, I am working off of a laptop, TV as my chat monitor, and my phone as my screenshot. So forgive me that it takes a little time to switch between activities. Okay, so that's really misconceiving. Misconceiving is the wrong word for it. Because when you walk in, you get tons of room for each side. But from the outside, you can't really get that aesthetic. So I think we're going to change the way the outside looks a little bit. Especially since we're not working on that like angle that we should have worked at. So we're going to have to change how this works a little bit. Because the door can't be there. Because if you think about it, when you come in, you've got a table that is probably 3 bricks wide and it's at least 2 bricks in. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 is the table that they're playing Go Fish at. Then there's another spot, and then the door. So I'm standing right where the door would be. So the door would be here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of all this. So we can put the door on the correct spot. So again, there's a window directly over this door. And then I would imagine, all right. So this is where I gotta kind of sacrifice exactly how it looks in the game to kind of make it work with the aesthetic of the inside. So apologies ahead of time. I know this might annoy some people, but I really can't do anything about it without completely restructuring everything and redoing everything. This isn't by any way perfect. I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form, both in YouTube or Minecraft. And these doors don't sit right, I swear. There we go. Okay, now to make this more aesthetic to what it was in the game, this will be purple. And this will go all the way up to the tippity top. And then it'll actually cross over here. Alright, there's the bar. Okay, so you walk in the door. Now go back to that screenshot again. Now that I've made my adjustments. And then you got approximately 2 blocks from the door. So 1, 2, and then this is where Crusher sits on this line. And then there's another one. And then this is where the wall starts. So we're going to build this out to compensate for that. And then we're going to start building on the inside. Sweet. All right. So I'm going to build this way back here. And then we're going to go with the aesthetic here. Okay, so okay. All right. So we got 1, 2 steps, and then you got Usher and his trapdoor. Spruce trapdoor is exactly what it looks like in the game. So we're gonna go with spruce. We're gonna put that trapdoor right there. Oop. There we go. So we got a Crusher's trapdoor. And then you got a brown beam right behind where he's standing. So right here, we got a brown beam. So we're gonna look at our wood. We're gonna want kind of a, I think that works nicely, Arcadia. So go with Arcadia wood. Kind of want a little darker than that. This might work. Let's try this. That works. Alright, so this goes all the way up as far as the building does. Cool. I'll walk over here, and we got that again. We're going to build this one on the inside here. Alright, so there's that aesthetic. And then you got a table here. And that's pretty much like right up against here. So the table's like right here. There's only two things added. So we're going to go ahead and set up this table now. It's kind of the same color as this, right? So I think mangrove slab will do it. Alright, and then I said it was 1, 2, 3 steps away from there. 1, 2, 3. And since we don't have rounded tables, we got to just kind of deal with that. And then stairs. We're going to stick with the mangrove color. Alright, and so we had one guy sitting here. One guy sitting there. I feel like it should be more forward than those pillars are. I think we're going to move stuff back a bit. Yeah, whatever. We'll just toss that in there for now. Because we're going to build up where this table is. So this table's right next to the door, and I shouldn't have destroyed that. Okay, so we'll put these. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit extra big. Because that way we can put these chairs and they are not sitting next to each other. Alright, so we got that. And then a couple steps behind them is where we're going to put our pillar. Yeah. Okay, so. Alright, there's our pillars. Crusher's trap door. Alright, and that was one step off the wall, so right here. Sweet. And then the mangrove thing. Alright, then just a couple. And then the bar. We're going to leave a little bit more extra room for the bar here. That's going to be made out of the same purple stuff. And this is going to go all the way across the other wall. Because in the game it doesn't have like a hatch for him to get out of or anything. Cool. So I need that stone again. We'll use some polished tuff for that. Okay. So got a polished tuff. That's gonna bring the wall back here. And then a place for him to walk. This is where the bar backdrop starts. So this is going to be where we square out the bar. All right. Bar's getting wet and everybody in it. I'm sorry, that was an outcrop. You know what? You know what? Oh, I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna bring it out another one. All right. I think we're starting to cook now. Alright, so that is an outcrop. So that's why I built this out a little further. Is because in the game it's like an accent support beam instead of the outer wall. So we're gonna build it across here like this. Alright, let's get this ceiling done so it stops raining into the bar. Feel like a jerk for not filling it in already. And nobody cares but me. There we go. No more rain. It can rain outside. Okay, so now to finish her up. We are almost done with this part. And then we'll put a little lighting in here. We'll get the backdrop put in here. Because that matters. Alright. I'm a dork. I need to just fill in right behind that pillar. One less thing to do. Okay. I think the music that's playing right now is Nightwish. If you're on YouTube, you don't know what I'm talking about because I can't stream music on there. Copyright. But if you want to go check out TikTok and Twitch, there's music playing. It's heavy metal, so if you're not into that kind of thing, it wouldn't be for you. However, Nightwish is a symphonic metal band. It mixes symphony sounds with an opera singer and sorry, I was thinking here. Symphonic music with an opera singer with heavy metal backing. It's pretty awesome. Last time I checked, it's been a while since I've actually listened to them, but last time I checked, Floor Jansen was their lead singer, and she is a Valkyrie goddess. Not just in beauty, but she has a voice on her that is insane. Oh, what did I do? Whoa, I did it again. All right. So here's the thing. I'm not good with mechanics of the game yet. So, that being said, I'm going to put Crusher's chair behind the trapdoor. Just because I'm sure there's a way for me to be able to slide that back and have that fall. But that's going to take mechanic... sorry, I'm having a blank. mechanic research that I'm not gonna do during stream. All right, so that was interesting. You die, you go to jail. All right. I didn't think you could die in creative, and apparently there is something I don't know about. Okay. Anyway, ladder. It's okay. It cleared out my bars, so that's actually a good thing. So we're gonna keep using this stone here, the polished tuff. Put the polished tuff here. Will it attach now? Hmm. I don't quite know what I'm gonna do with that. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so let's look at this again here. Okay, so there is a floor there. Hmm. Because I need to go down further. Alright, I gotta do a little research here. Give me 1 second. This is not something I was used in. One, two, three, 5 blocks. If anybody's watching has a working knowledge of Minecraft, is there a way to make the world deeper without losing anything that I've done and without going crazy? Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. Alright, apologize, folks. Okay, so here be the problem. Apparently when I created this, there was some sort of like something you had to do to make it deeper than this. I thought all Minecraft just came deep. And apparently that's not the case. So I'm gonna have to back out of this, try one thing real quick, and then see if I can't fix this issue. So please bear with me for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna double check, make sure the streams are all good. Alright, so we need to change this. Oh boy. Okay, let's check something out real quick. Alright, for some reason I am not catching. There we go. Okay, cool. Just one more double check here. I just want to make sure you guys can see everything now. Oh. That's strange. Okay, I think we're good now. Alright, let's go see if we can dig deeper now. Okay, so that didn't work. It's, however, if I can get myself to fly at an appropriate time, maybe I can make this work here. Okay, I think I might be able to make this work. Okay, so where were we here? We were using the polished tuff. Okay. So 1, 2, Oh, boo. So even though I got down here, I can't make it any worse or any better. That is a shame. Okay. Nope, that ain't it. Options. No, world options. Well, folks, we're gonna have to come back to the Thieves Guild then. I can't find any quick way to make that work. So it is what it is. But we got where it needs to be. I will figure out how to make this world deeper, because from what I'm reading, it's possible. Just not for me right now. Not in the spirit of time. So I know I wasted a lot of time there, but the last thing we're going to do is we are going to do that building off to the side of the bar area here. Okay. And that starts to sound like just this side of the wall. So like right here. And then okay, so it's a dark brown plank wood. So we'll go in here. I don't think this is going to be dark enough. Well, no, that works. Okay. So I'm going to go in a little bit. We're going to start this building here. And then the 1, 2, 3 ceiling. Okay. We'll build that. We'll go for a door, which is just a plain wooden door. It doesn't even have a door handle, but we don't have a door here that doesn't have a door handle. So we're just gonna use our spruce door. It's my favorite color door anyway. Oh my god, stop it. There we go. Okay. All right, so in here it doesn't really give like a use for this place. So I'm gonna just break it off right here, since we don't have a practical use for it. We'll figure out what to do with it later. We're just gonna be a plain Jane building here. All right, I'll put that there. All right, so let's go through what we got so far. That is pretty much the town right there. Minus the Thieves Guild, but like I said, I'll work on that. It's my Minecraft naivety. Alright. So, nighttime, these obviously be closed, but here's the entrance to Spielberg. You walk in, we'll shut those because it's nighttime. Got a sheriff's office. Got a little jail. Got a little office in here for him. I think I'm going to actually change this now that I'm here. I believe it's Arcadia that we're using. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so walk in. You got your sheriff's office. No decorations yet. We got our jail cells. Where's the bed for this one? I swear I'll put beds in all these. No? Oh, because I went to a different... It took away my decorations. I'm so disappointed. But we're just going to go with this gray here. Alright. Oop. Wait, so the bed was there and I just didn't see it? Are there two beds in here now? Oop. Weird. Huh, interesting. It must just be a glitch in the this patch. So I tried to load it through a different one. But anyway, there's the jail. And then we got the Hero's Tail Inn. Caddis Tail Inn. Think I mislabeled that, but she means it's there. There's our little dinner table. Here's the kitchen. Here's their little love abode. Here's the bedrooms. Yeah. Yeah, so the beds are all there. So there's the beds. Oh, you can see it that way. Okay. So that's Caddis Tail Inn. I gotta rename that. I'm pretty sure it's Hero's Tail Inn. I get them confused sometimes. Oh my. Brain issues. So much fun. Screenshots. Yeah, Hero's Tail Inn. I messed it up. I'm gonna fix that right now. My fault. All set. See, if y'all were playing with me, wouldn't have made that mistake. All right, so we have the non-magical disappearing door for the magic shop. All the magic there. There's where she would stand. You've got like the blue cloudy skies. What did I just do? Whatever. Okay. Oh, didn't realize I replaced it with something. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Here's the old lady's place. That's where she likes to sit and snooze. Couch, her little table in the back. Again, I haven't really done much with decorating yet. And we'll get to that. Here's her bedroom. There is a wardrobe and whatnot. There's her dresses, stuff like that. Her mirror. Here I am putting beds everywhere. And then here is the guild hall. Lovely place, right? We did not sign in with a flourish. Can we sign this book? Can we edit it? Not looking like it. I was hoping. Anyway. So there's that. Alright, and then the other side, we have our Babia, who's out fishing. I forgot to put out fishing place. There's your barber chairs, your mirrors, flowers, a little bit of decorate. I think this is the most complete building because I don't think there's anything else I gotta do in here. But that one was easy. Alright, and then you walk around the corner, you got the Pepperden Farm here. The little produce market there, and then you got some like places to put some stuff. General store. I never made him a abode, so I might do that when we come back. I might just do that now. Yeah, it won't take long to do, so I might just do that now. This is the home of the sheriff, so you got your fireplace, and we got more decorating to do, and then you got the bedrooms. And we got a Bikarai. And then a little bedroom upstairs for them. And this is where all right. Gotta look at one thing real quick so I make sure that I do this right. The butcher and the baker that was fishing. And then the barber was sleeping. So I actually did this wrong, so I gotta correct another mistake that I should know better with, being as big of a fan of Quest for Glory as I am. He's not out fishing. He's drunk. But he's fishing. And he's gone fishing. And I also forgot to... There we go. All right. So, like I said, bakery, we got our ovens there. And I swear I put a bedroom in. Oh no, this was just a loft. And then here is the butcher's place. A little bedroom upstairs. Because I remember in the game, in the bakery, there... What was my thinking on that? I don't know. I guess I'm going to build a bedroom for them too. Here's our little alleyway where Sam sits to collect his goods. And then here we got our bar. That's where they play Go Fish. And here's where my science experiment later is going to come in. And then let's see. So we got 3 stools at the bar. Oh, let's see. Oh. Da, 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 da. So there's a lot of functional stuff I'm gonna have to come up with later. That I just don't know about yet. All right, so we'll put some stuff here over in a corner. There's one. A couple down from him is another. And all the way kind of in the edge here is another one. There's the bar stools. Okay. Again, another functionality thing is I know I can turn all these steps into seats by adding a cart underneath them and whatever. I'm gonna have to do all that off camera because that's super boring and I don't want to bore you guys any more than I already do, because I'm not pro at this. This is just the wooden backdrop of the bar here. I'm also going to do a little more research before the next one, and see if I can't get any more, like, more our artistry kind of things that make a little more sense with what we're doing here. Because, like, for example, he's got casks in the back here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. But that's all research stuff that we're going to have to figure out in the end. But there's that. And then here's our little can't go in the first game place there. But actually, I'm going to call it for that video. That is our Minecraft build so far. Again, we're going to get into the innards of these places afterwards, since we have all the buildings kind of spec'd out. I will build a residence for these guys in their homes. I built them tall enough. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, but it is what it is. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, subscribe, watch out for more content. Check out my other streams. Again, red app, blue app, purple app, green app, whatever you want to call them. I'm on all of them. Just take a look. And I will see you guys later. I appreciate you guys coming. You guys have a good day, good night,